Well, let's try this again one more time. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Coach Bill with Fat Loss Made Easy. Hope you guys are having a great Sunday afternoon today. This is an unusual day for me to do a video. Normally, I don't do videos, either YouTube videos or live videos on Sundays, but my wife is out shopping with a friend, and I'm here at the house all by myself. So I enjoy doing these, so I want to bring out some more information for you guys. So good. So guys, today's topic is I actually published a ebook on Amazon Kindle. I published it probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 days ago. But I wanted to get on here real quick and to promote the ebook, and also to give you an idea of what promoted me to actually do this. And those of you that follow me know that I'm on other fat loss groups or intermittent groups or weight loss groups or fasting groups or high fat, low carb groups. And the reason why I'm in these groups, I'm also in type 2 diabetes group too, because seems to be a major issue right now. In the last 6 months, I'm seeing a tremendous amount of people, young people, who are being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And I'm on these groups because I just want to see the questions that people are asking. And of course, I want to see what their answers are. And really, there's a lot of good educational answers that some of these people are given to the questions that are being asked. And so, of course, all of us, including me, we can learn all the new different scientific case studies on certain topics that we may be promoting or we may be doing. And so it's always good to look on these different sites to see if somebody has posted some new scientific studies, or they may even brought up something that I didn't know, which they do. But what really promoted me to publish an ebook in Amazon Kindle titled, this is the title of it, it's called Beginner's Weight Loss Mistakes. This is what it looks like. If you were to go to Amazon Kindle, you type in Beginner's Weight Loss Mistakes, Bill Mabry, this is the book, this is the ebooks, and this is what it looks like when it comes up on it. And what promoted me, or what got me to do this ebook, is confusion from the people who are looking for answers to their question. I would have to venture to say that about 98% of the people that have questions on these different group sites, most all of them are confused. Most all of them are confused on what meal plans do they start doing if they're trying to either lose body fat, or if they're trying to reverse type 2 diabetes, the root cause of type 2 diabetes, or what you might know as lowering sugar levels. It seems that all of them are confused. And even on the type 2 diabetes group sites, what's really sad is I'm seeing 3 to 4 new diagnosed people in these different sites. Now I'm in 3 different sites, so I'm talking about 3 separate sites. I'm seeing probably an average of 3 to 4 new diagnosed people in these 3 different sites every single day for the last 60 days or so. And that's not very encouraging on the health of our people here in the United States, especially. It seems like it's escalated in the last years since the COVID-19 shutdown has basically started. So I can see a common factor there, it looks like. But what's really, really depressing and sad is that on the type 2 diabetes sites, and this is including the site that are fat loss sites that somebody was diagnosed with a fatty liver or obesity, and they were told by their doctors that they needed to lose the weight or die, one or the other. And the ones with fatty livers, they needed to reverse it, because that's the precursor to being a full-blown type 2 diabetic, is having they're all in common. Obesity, type 2 diabetes, and fatty liver, all three have something in common, and they all lead to type 2 diabetes over time. But what's really sad is the doctors aren't giving them any nutritional advice at all, especially on the type 2 diabetes sites. All they're doing is telling them to take this medication and that medication, which will never, ever reverse type 2 diabetes, the root cause to it. And they know that. The doctors know it. And it's all over the internet. It's all over. And science has been telling this for decades. On the fat loss or weight loss or intermittent fasting or alternate day fasting or the keto sites or high fat, low carb sites, people are on the internet trying to find a program that works for them, and there's so many of them, and so much controversy going on amongst the doctors and the health professionals because they're not educated in it. Most of them have never even done it themselves, and they have never really had patients or clients they've ever done it with to get their own research, when science is already saying it's the best and easiest way and safest way to lose that belly fat or body fat or reverse type 2 diabetes. So there's a lot of controversy going on. And I'm seeing this in the questions where people are popping up and saying, hey, my doctor told me a ketogenic diet or a keto diet, which is a high-fat, low-carb diet, is not safe. And that's not true. That's false advice. And they're not telling the whole story. They're not showing, people are so confused about this lifestyle of eating that they are misleading others because they don't understand the science behind it, and they don't understand how the body is already designed to survive off of fat and low carbs. It's never changed. It's always, our ancestors did it. We've never evolved from it. And science and other doctors who are doing it themselves, who have completely changed their platforms, are doing it also now because they see the benefits. They see that medication isn't going to ever work. And they see by doing it naturally with real organic vegetables and pasture-raised grass-finished meats and chicken and eggs is the way to go to reverse the root cause to all these issues of type 2 diabetes, obesity, or that belly fat. You gotta go after the root cause, which is hormonal and food driven. That's the root cause. Well, the people are so confused, and nobody's given them a straight answer. They're just telling them to listen to their doctor. They're just telling them that, well, yeah, this is how I felt being on a metformin for type 2 diabetes, or increase my insulin for type 2 diabetes. I went through that too. You'll eventually go through it, so just keep doing it. Nobody's given them the fix all or the fix it. And so for me, I'm starting to answer their questions, showing them the science, and then letting them know that there's a natural way to do it, which a lot of doctors are now changing to, and science is already telling us to. And what's happened is that I've got to be really careful how I answer these questions so I don't get kicked off the site. I'm not there to draw anybody to my online personal coaching. I'm there to give some good advice and to stick up for the high-fat, low-carb diets and combining it with intermittent prolonged or alternate day fasting, which are extended fastings too. I'm there to promote it and to show them the truth, because not very many people out there are given the truth. And besides, people are looking at a keto diet wrong. They're looking at it a high-fat, like an Atkins diet, which it is not. A high-protein Atkins diet, which it is not. It's moderate protein. And they're looking, and when they're talking about high-fat, they're not explaining that we're talking about good dietary fat. We're not talking about tons of red meat with white marble through it. We're not talking about that kind of fat. We're not talking about the fat in processed foods either. That's the wrong fat. There's two types of fat: good fat and wrong fat. Avocado, olive oils, olives, nuts, stuff like that. I mean, things, and good pasture raised meats that are grass finished. Those are healthy meats. Eggs, omega-3. I mean, eggs are huge when it comes to wanting to lose fat or body fat, or wanting to reverse your type 2 diabetes and lower your blood sugar levels. Eggs are important. That yolk, I don't know whoever told you that if you eat too many eggs, you're going to increase your cholesterol. That's BS. This is dietary cholesterol, not bad cholesterol. I've told you guys in the past how do you make your good cholesterol turn bad? It's your diet. It's processed foods. Sugar, that's how you do it. I've told you that in the past. And so this is what got me. So I decided to go ahead and it seems like that if you give something away free, people just aren't going to read it, or people aren't going to do it. And even if they do it, especially when it comes to coaching, if you do somebody free in coaching just to do it, they just won't continue to follow the program because it was free. There was no value on it. They didn't spend any money on it. And so what I did was I went ahead and in this Beginner's Weight Loss Mistakes ebook that I published on Amazon Kindle, I put in there the most common mistakes a beginner makes when they first venture into wanting to burn fat off of your belly or your hips or whatever, the most common mistakes. And I also put in there how to fix them. Not only do they get how to fix them, but also the root cause. See, that's the problem with all these sites. Nobody is talking about the root cause to why they have belly fat, or the root cause why they're 40 plus, 50 or 60, and they're gaining more belly fat, and they're doing everything right, they think, and they're doing cardio every single day, but yet they keep gaining belly fat. Their pants are getting tighter and tighter and tighter. Nobody's telling them the root cause. All they're saying is lower your calories, do more exercising. And that is completely wrong. It's not going to work. It never has worked. I mean, that's a standard American diet. Has never worked. And doing less calories and more exercise, that's just going to cause the metabolism to shut itself down, and your body set weight. That's another thing most health professionals don't understand. You have something in your body internally called a body set weight. Well, you don't eat enough calories, you're going to shut your metabolism down. So there's a fine line when I'm talking about doing a high-fat, low-carb diet and then combining it with alternate day fasting like we do for our clients on our online personal coaching. There's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it. And the wrong way to do it is shutting your metabolism down because you think by eating less is better because you're going to burn more fat because you're starting to see yourself burning more fat. So on your non-fasting day, you're going to say, well, I'm going to go ahead and go another 20 hours without eating. No, it's not how it works. At first, it's going to work great, but it's going to shut yourself down here quickly. So that's why I went ahead. I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a detailed ebook. It's a start. It's a start. It's a step for you to get started, or your friend or a family member. So you might want to point them to Amazon Kindle. Type in books. Beginners Weight Loss Mistakes, and put my name on it, Bill Mabry. It'll go right to the book, and purchase it. It's only like $3.99, I think. It's cheap. I mean, you spend probably more than that on going to Starbucks one time. But this could possibly change the health of your life by changing your health, because you're going to understand the root cause of why you might be getting close to prediabetes or obesity or a fatty liver. A fatty liver today is known as a silent killer. And the reason for that is because most of you don't even know you have it, and you do. If you're overweight 15 pounds or more, you most likely have some stage of fatty liver, basically. Okay. So anyway, here's the cover of it. This is the cover of the book here. So we get a chance, go to Amazon, go into Amazon Kindle, put in books, type in beginner's weight loss mistakes, Bill Mabry, and go ahead and purchase it, and send your friends there too. I know for a fact that the information in there is going to help, because these common mistakes that I put in there are off of these group sites that I'm on, that people are asking, why am I not losing the fat? What's causing me to keep gaining fat, and yet I'm doing everything right? I haven't changed anything, and now I've plateaued out. Okay, I'm also having a website designer structure me a brand new website that's going to be a killer website. It's going to have all my packages, all my online personal coaching packages on it. It's going to have all my courses on it. And it's going to have tabs in there also for my blog posts that I do every so often. And then I'll also have some of my ebooks on there that I'm going to purchase. I've already got a collection of them that I had written for the last 4 or 5 years. I've got a lot of content written in the last 4 or 5 years. And so now I'm putting them all together in a ebook form to make it look more professional. Also, I've got my own cookbook, 2 or 3 years accumulation of some of the best fat-burning meals that I like, that we like, and that we've shared with some family members and friends. And I'm putting that into an ebook form too, and I'm getting that organized to be able to make, so you guys can navigate through it much easier and go right to the fat burning meals. So guys, like I said, go ahead and visit Amazon Kindle, check out my my first ebook I've published on there. It'll be the first. I think I've got 2 more that I'm working on now. The second one's going to be what is a high-fat, low-carb diet? Big question on these groups. People have no idea, and they have the wrong idea, and they've been told the wrong type of good fat, low-carb diet. So I want to demonstrate the truth about that one. And then I'm going to also put in there alternate day fasting, because now alternate day fasting, combining it with the high-fat, low-carb diet, guys, is getting huge out there amongst the health professionals and the doctors. Many type 2 diabetic doctors are now switching over to the high-fat, low-carb diet and combining it with fasting, intermittent or alternate day fasting, and getting all their patients off of medication. I'm talking most all of them who do it consistently are getting off the medication. You guys, blood tests don't lie. I mean, if your blood sugars are dropping because you've changed the type of food you're eating and the time you're eating it, then how can any doctor dispute that if you're logging it? It can't. It's impossible. And besides, science is showing us this is how you do it, naturally. No medication involved. Now, you can't cold turkey get off your medication. You got to make sure you explain to your doctor what you're doing and let him bring you off the medication. You don't try to do it yourself. But as you document your blood sugars dropping, you let him know and show him the date and the times you've been taking your blood sugars. Let him know, and then he will tell you when he's going to start backing you off on the medication or insulin. Don't you try to do it yourself. That could create some major issues. Some people just decide, oh, I'm going to do it myself. No, bad idea, guys. So guys, hope you guys saw some value in this. We'll see you guys in the next video. I'll be letting you know when I launch my new website out there. Actually, we're going to be working on it tomorrow morning. and we've got the platform already done. I've got the content, most of the content done. So all we got to do is put it together, and we'll see what happens. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.